Hey, what's up? This is Adia, and thank you for joining. So I know this is a little bit late, but I wanted to do a full face using the best makeup of 2017. And basically this makeup is going to be things that either just came out last year or I just discovered last year. And I thought it was just kind of like a good way to highlight the best things that I think came out last year, and also to hear from you guys what you thought was the best makeup. But I did my normal skincare routine. I just put the oil on my face, so as you can see, there's still a little bit of shine there. And my brows are already done because I don't have like any new products for my brows. So I'm gonna get started right now. For foundation, I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation. I have the shade 360, and this is like my perfect wintertime shade. This is a golden olive color, and the reason why I picked this as my favorites is because not a lot of brands make olive tone makeup, especially for darker skin tones like mine. So Fenty is one of the few that does have this, and I really like this foundation. Even though it is matte and long wear and relatively full coverage, which are typically not things that I like in my foundation, but I like this foundation because it's super versatile. So like today, I like to kind of put it on my skin when it still has the oil on it, which will help kind of thin it out and add a little bit more glow to it. You can also mix in any kind of liquid luminizer like the Cover FX drops, or like the MAC luster drops, anything like that. You can mix it with your primer or moisturizer to make like a tinted moisturizer. So I feel like it's super versatile, and then of course you can just put it on as is for a very full coverage foundation that really truly lasts all day. I'm just going to put a little bit more in the center of my face. All right, so this is about a pump's worth of product, maybe slightly more than a pump. I put 2 pumps on this, and this is how much I have left. And so as you can see, it even out my skin tone, but it's not like a super heavy coverage. So it's really just up to you how much you want to layer on and how much coverage you want. For concealer, I picked the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I'm using the shade Caramel. And I really like this concealer because it's a matte concealer, you don't really need to put as much powder on it to set it. And for me, because I do have like, kind of like some fine lines under my eyes, like many people, I really struggle with having to powder my concealer because I feel like it can just make my under eyes look super dry. So I look for a concealer that kind of like sets itself or just only needs like a tiny layer of powder to stay all day, and so that's why I like this. And I like to use my finger because it just like warms it up and helps me like work it into my eyes a little bit better. Also, I will be having a post on my blog that will kind of have like my runner-ups for my best products. So things that I really love, but I wasn't able to feature in the video. So I will link that post down below so you guys can check out my other top picks. For powder, I really love this YSL Soufflé d'Eclat powder in the shade 4. This is super finely milled. It is the right shade for my skin tone. It's not too light, but it's not too dark. Like some powders, like I think the Cover FX setting powder, the darker color is a little bit too dark for my under eyes. And so it actually like darkens that area. And so I find that this color is just like really a good color. And I use the Wayne Goss #2 brush to very lightly dust under my under eyes. And I just do like around my nose. And I do this area because this is where I like set my hand on my face a lot when I'm at work. So now for eyes, now this was like a surprise, but I have the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. There were a lot of nice palettes that came out last year, But this one is the one that I always pack with me when I go out of town. And so that's how I knew that this was like my favorite one. But these colors are just like so versatile. This is like what I always reach for when I'm going out. And it's just, the quality is really, really good too. I'm gonna take this shade Bel Air and put this kind of like in my crease just to lay like a base. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing with my eyes. I'm not like going anywhere particular today, so don't have any special occasion or event in mind. This is just like a cool tone brown that is just like a nice transition shade. I'll take this shade down here. This is called Screw It right here. I'm gonna put that on the lid. You see how like pigmented that came on, and this brush is not wet or anything. It's, these metallics are super, super creamy. Okay, and then I'm going to take this shade My Type, and I'm just gonna put this in like the outer V to kind of like deepen the look a little bit. So I'm kind of just like more pressing it rather than like swiping it. So then I'm going to use these two matte shades, this light one and this one, just kind of mix them and put them in my lower lash line. Well, actually, I'm gonna do this lighter one all over and then the darker one just on the outer. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this lighter color called Better Bitter and just pop it in the inner corner of my eye, just to kind of like brighten it a little tiny bit. Okay, I'm just taking like another pencil brush and just kind of like one that's slightly larger to just blend out this lower lash area. Okay, and to finish off the eyes, I'm going to use some of these Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal top coats. I think these are really beautiful. They just add like that glittery, sparkly element to any look. You can put them on your eyes, you can put them on your cheeks, you can put them on your lips to just add that like glittery look. And I think it's really stunning. So I'm gonna use the peach. I have a couple of shades. Here's a swatch of like the peach. So it's just, you know, slightly glittery. It's not over the top, but I'm just gonna like dab it in the center of my lid. See the difference? It just like adds like a little bit of sparkle. And I kind of went above my crease just so you can like really see it on my eyes. There. So the eyes are almost done. I need to put mascara on. I'm just gonna use the Maybelline Full and Soft Mascara. You guys have seen this before. One thing I forgot to do about face is contour. So I'm going to contour with Truffle. This was the matchstick from Fenty. I love this to contour just because I think it's just so easy and it's a really good color for my skin tone. This is also something you can use on your eyes and on your lips. So it's like a very like multifunctional product. I'm gonna do some here to help further slim my face. Now the face is done. And then for blush, I'm gonna use the Matchstick in Cinnamon. This is just kind of like a shimmery blush highlighter hybrid kind of thing. I think this is so pretty and it's also really, really pretty on the eyes. So for like easy, like fast makeup looks, I really love using this. And I just like put it on a brush. There. See, it's like so pretty. I just love it. And then for highlighter, my favorite highlighter is this. Well, there's two that I'm going to show you guys. So I love this Pinch of Color Honey Balm Waterless Stick. You guys have seen me use this a couple of times. And I like it because it just gives a very natural sheen. Because sometimes, like, depending on whether I've been in the sun a lot or not, or what my eye makeup is, or lipstick, sometimes I struggle with like what highlighter am I going to use. And so this, it doesn't really have like a color. It just gives you like that sheen. And so that's why I like it. And then this is also really good under any powder highlighter, because any powder highlighter is just going to stick on this and just be like amplified, which I'll show you guys in a second. So it's also like a good layering piece. So I just like to put this on the high points. You guys have seen me do this. Okay, so I really love the Jouer highlighters that came out. I think they came out in the springtime last year, and that is Skinny Dip and Tan Lines. So Skinny Dip is more like golden peachy, and then Tan Lines is more like bronzy. This is really, really beautiful. I'm gonna swatch them both actually. So this right here is Tan Line. So you can see it's just a very pretty like bronzy color. It's not super dramatic on darker skin tones. But if you want something that's gonna show up a little bit more, then here is Skinny Dip. So Skinny Dip is here. So you see it's just like, there we go. It's like more gold. So it really just depends on like what you want. I think I'm gonna just do Skinny Dip just to show, you know, something more extreme, I guess. See? And so it just like sits really nicely like on top of the honey balm that I put there. And it just adds like a nice little like golden sheen. Okay, I'm gonna have to blot this away a little bit with my beauty blender. But yeah, so you see it's just like, I think this is like a really pretty like golden highlighter that's not like too yellow. There's like a little bit of like peachiness to this. So I think it looks really good on probably many skin tones. I love it obviously on my skin tone, but I think it's actually probably pretty versatile. I'm just layering because I'm extra. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. I love how that looks. That's kind of extra. Let me tap it down. Kind of went a little bit overboard. So for lips, I just want to finish it off with just like a very neutral gloss, just to kind of keep with the glowy, bronzy thing. And so that, of course, is the Noye Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Melted Mocha. I just think this color is like the perfect, like everyday lip gloss for brown skin. It's very hydrating, but it just looks like really good on my skin tone. I think it goes with a lot of looks, whether I'm just wearing it by itself or with a more dramatic look, when I don't want like a really pale nude, even though I love pale nudes, but sometimes I just don't want a pale nude. So this is just like something that's very comfortable, easy to wear. All right, so that's it. This is my full face of makeup using my 2017 favorites. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that you guys were able to discover some new ones, and definitely share with me anything that's come out that I didn't mention, that I did not mention. Lastly, I don't know if you guys have like kept up with this or not, but YouTube is making some changes, and I think it's going to make it a lot harder for small channels like mine to grow. So if you like this video, please subscribe and also share it on Facebook and Pinterest. It will really help my channel grow, and it would really mean a lot to me if you could share my videos. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.